Hello, I am Ellen Levy and very pleased to be participating in the exhibition, soon to be at the National Arts Club, and working with CYFEST, which I've had the pleasure of doing for several years, a very important uh, position in art today as a collective, and they're doing just amazing things. To give some information to you about myself, I'm a multimedia artist and writer exploring complex systems. My works explore some of the unintended consequences of technology, and I highlight these issues through exhibitions, educational and curatorial programs, and publications. I was president of the College Art Association before earning my doctorate in 2012 from the University of Plymouth in the UK on the art and neuroscience of attention. I received an ICA award and an arts commission from NASA following a solo exhibition at the National Academy of Sciences. I was represented by Michael Steinberg Fine Arts and by the contemporary branch of Associated American Artists until they closed. I've exhibited widely in the US and abroad. I actually have some works now in the PST Getty sponsored art and science shows in Southern California. With Carissa Terranova, I'm co editor of the book Darcy Wentworth Thompson's Generative Influences in Art Design from Forces to Forms, that was published by Bloomsbury in 2021. And with Barbara Larson, an art historian, we co-edit the Art and Science since 1750 book series of Rutledge, Taylor, and Francis. I'm here now to speak. I was asked to talk about my artwork in the exhibition. The name of it is Conversations at a Nuclear Plant, and I'm happy to provide some of my thinking about the form it takes, although not an explanation per se. It's really my interpretation of some of the fears we face, including the continued controversy of using nuclear power as an energy source. My interest was in giving visual form to how debates and conversations themselves can be made visible in art. And so I looked in my case at the disagreements surrounding energy, such as renewables versus nuclear energy. As the wonderful historian Tim Snyder points out, in general, conversations involve history, strategy, and politics. There are many conversations possible about nuclear energy. I allude to visual conversations, in some cases, really arguments, by fracturing the cohesive overhead image that I've rendered of a nuclear power plant and then established a series of slippages as each fractured section jostles with another. This is part of a larger project about the commons called Public Secrets. The work I made is an augmented reality work focusing on two large juxtaposed painted prints mounted on wood and displaced slightly from each other. Both contain images of patented inventions and drawings sourced from the patent office that led to the development of nuclear power, and these are superimposed over an abstractly rendered nuclear power plant. The partly fractured images resist full alignment, Consensus is the aim of discussions, but as we see in this work, fault lines are the result. Think about patents. They really are public secrets. They're a way that the government makes new technology available to the public, yet ensures that the inventor has sole control of it for a stated period of time. While learning and locating patents of nuclear development, I learned about the irony via historian Alex Wallerstein that during the time of the Manhattan Project, the patent system was an anomalous way to ensure secrecy, since the government had total control of who entered and left the patent office. So instead of being offered to the public, it in fact was just the opposite. Conversations concerns not just a debate of various energy uses, but some of the associated history, including the feared resurgence of a nuclear arms race. When viewed through an Android configured with Unity Vuforia augmented reality program, an animation is triggered that reflects on domino question, questioning its relevance or relevance again to our current political situation. And yet another factor is now at play. AI requires enormous amounts of electricity. The application of AI can significantly improve the efficiency of nuclear power plants, and it also alludes to the future use of nuclear energy in space exploration. But the amount of data that it requires in electricity makes it more likely that nuclear energy is continually sought. So the issues raised touch on the nature of technological invention, economic ramifications, government and industry controls, the legal mechanisms involved, and ownership. It considers our shared resources, including space now, as a global commons.